Hey miss, where does fat go when we lose weight?
It's a really good question, Katie. Where do you think it goes?
Do we lose it through urine?
Yeah, partly. So 16% of our weight loss is expelled through bodily fluids. Not just urine, but also like sweat when you're exercising. So that leaves another 84% of, your weight loss to be expelled from the body. Yeah. So what do you normally do to lose weight?
Exercise.
Exercise, yeah. So when you exercise, what's one of the most important things that you need to give your body to sustain the period?
Oxygen.
Oxygen, exactly. So it's interesting. The trick and key component to weight loss is actually oxygen.
Wow.
Yeah. So what happens is the standard human fat molecule is made up of 55 carbon atoms, 104 hydrogen atoms, and just 6 oxygen atoms. But as you said, when we exercise, we inhale more oxygen into our bloodstream. So we add oxygen. Now, exactly to bust that molecule and transform that one fat molecule, we actually need to add 78 oxygen molecules.
Yeah.
Okay? So, when we add the 78 oxygen molecules, it becomes 55 CO2, which is
56 carbon oxygen molecules.
55 carbon dioxide molecules, and 52 H2O, which is
water.
Water, exactly. So, basically, weight loss is just carbon dioxide and water. So, as you mentioned before, our bodily fluids, which come out as water, is expelled, which then leaves 55 carbon dioxide. So how do we lose carbon dioxide from our body?
When we're running, does it go through as we breathe out?
Yeah, so when you breathe out, you expel carbon dioxide. So you breathe in oxygen and you expel the waste product of carbon dioxide. So basically, we're breathing out the rest of the weight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so 84% of our weight loss is actually expelled through our lungs.
Wow.
Yeah, so from that, the key to weight loss is actually breathing.
So if I breathe really heavily, I'd lose weight?
No.
Okay.
That's the trick. So what happens is, at the moment, our body keeps in this balance of oxygen to carbon dioxide. So if you start breathing really deeply and exhaling, or even breathing really quickly, what happens?
We get puffed, like we run out of breath.
Run out of breath. And so when you're sitting there and you go, if you think, breathing deeper is...
Yeah.
Or breathing quicker, as in... is going to make you lose weight. What happens when you do that? What happens to your body? How do you feel?
Nothing really changes except shortness of breath. It's not really like exercising.
Yeah, you get shortness of breath. Breathe really quickly and tell me what happens.
I want to stop doing it. It doesn't...
You want to stop doing it. So what that's actually called is hyperventilation. So what happens with hyperventilation is our CO2 levels lower. So we're getting rid of more carbon dioxide than the oxygen that we're bringing in. So what happens then is we can faint, get dizzy, and in really bad cases, we can actually alter the pH levels of our blood and make it very alkaline, which is not good for us at all.
So what's the difference from that and running or other exercises?
Okay, so when you're running, exercise is the only conscious way that we can introduce more oxygen into our body. Okay, so what happens is, because the oxygen's being used, it's being absorbed by the bloodstream, getting pumped out to the muscles, our body can sustain that carbon dioxide loss, opposed to when you hyperventilate, you're just letting so much out. So what actually happens is we breathe in the oxygen while we're running. It gets pumped through our body. It goes into our bloodstream. Now, our fat molecules are through our bloodstream. So the oxygen attaches to the fat molecules, which transforms it into carbon dioxide and water, which is then expelled through our lungs or through sweating, urine, that sort of thing. Does that help your question?
It makes a lot more sense now.
Makes a lot more sense.